I'm back with another episode of Pandemic Reflections. Hi, I am Elysium and welcome to my channel. And I'm so excited. I've got a new guest. And you know what? I've only just met her. Her name is Sarah, and I can thank Reshma for introducing us on Twitter. So, Sarah, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Hi, and how are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. It's been one of those days, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've only just sat down, and it's good because it's been productive, but I'm actually looking forward to this next half an hour so that I can relax and chat. And it's wonderful to meet somebody new. So thank you for making the time in your day. So it's 6 o'clock here and it's 1 o'clock there.
Yep, 1 o'clock over here in Wisconsin.
So we were just chatting before I started recording about your beautiful accent. And I'm going to admit this, that I just said that by the end of it, I might be able to do an imitation of it. So I'm going to listen to you really carefully. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, we're not here to talk about accents or any of that. You are joining me to tell me about how the pandemic has been for you in the last couple of years. So, one thing that I'd love to hear about is how things are over in the States at the moment, because over here in the UK, we're kind of winding down. I think everyone's just got a bit bored with it. And it's still out there. It's going around the kids' school. But we've all got to the point where we're just like, okay, well, we'll just get on with it. So that's my first question, actually. What's it like over there at the moment in terms of COVID?
I think for us, it's starting to wind down a bit too. The mask mandates have been slowly being taken away. I still send my kid off to school with a mask every day just for that extra protection because our youngest is too young to be fully vaccinated. So just having that extra protection, just to keep everything safe and within our family is always a good thing. And yeah, I think people are just, like you said, we're just getting we're bored with it. We're done with it, and now that it's warming up outside, we can be outside more and hopefully have more, family or friends activities. And, so it's just nice to be able to get outdoors once again, and just being stuck in the Wisconsin winters is no fun.
I can understand that. Okay, so how's it been for you over the last 2 years? I know already you've had some pretty big events going on, so I'm going to let you tell us about it.
Yeah, well, about 4 months ago, just over 4 months ago, we welcomed our second child, Samantha, and
congratulations.
Thank you. And she's just been an absolute blessing. And I really wasn't too sure about having another one to begin with. And when she came along, it was just the fears just melted away. And our oldest, she's 6, and she is just completely in love with her little sister. Completely in love. And those two are just attached already. And it's like she imprinted on her, and it's just, she actually starts, Samantha will start crying if Madeline walks away. So she just wants to be around her big sister already. And, they just love to interact with each other and play with each other. So it's truly been an absolute blessing, just having these two girls. And, they're like my stars, and shining light, in this darkness, in the past 2 years. So it's incredibly cool to watch and just to see them bond. And so, yeah, I don't want to get all teary-eyed here, but
I'm getting all emotional. so beautiful. Like, yeah, that's really lovely. And I think maybe you're the first person with a lockdown baby that I've met. So you can have that. Okay, now I could ask you a question about the difference. I mean, obviously, every child that comes along, the birth is a very different experience. But did it make it different that that you had a baby during a pandemic, or wasn't it noticeable really?
I think since with it being 2021 versus 2020, where I mean because I know I had gotten fully vaccinated while I was pregnant because it's like I couldn't afford not to, so and I definitely want to protect myself as well as my unborn child. And the anxiety though that went along with it is it was definitely stressful, and just the fear of just going out and with me having to wear a mask still, just for that extra added protection, I mean, there was a lot of anxiety along with it, but where was I going with that train of thought? But I mean, like I said, in the end, it was just all my fears melted away. And being in the hospital, they were totally prepared, for as far as like sanitation, just making sure everything's kept clean. And, we were in the same room the whole time. And so, I mean, it really, in terms of like differences, it really was a lot similar the last time. It was just they were more, I guess, conscientious about, the sanitary aspect, keeping everything clean. And it's not that the hospitals don't keep things clean, but,
No, but
it was they were just trying to be that much more careful and with everything. And they just made us feel more at ease. And and the nurses at the hospital we were at, they're just wonderful people. And, and I honestly, I don't know what we would do without our nurses and doctors, and they are just wonderful, wonderful people. And just, especially during this pandemic, and I know people personally that are nurses, and they're just, I give them lots and lots of kudos because, I don't know how they could just do all this and still have families of their own to take care of. And, I mean, that stress, that's just overwhelming, and they do it every day. And I commend them for that.
Yeah, I can second, absolutely. My friend Donna, who I interviewed a couple of weeks ago on this series, is also a nurse. And I was already in awe of how she's dedicated her life to looking after the health of others. And then to do it during such a crazy time, like, wow, insane, like amazing. So I'm totally with you on that one. So, what about your job? Were you working, or were you a stay-at-home mom? Or because I've only just met you, so tell me about your work situation, and has that changed?
Well, I actually was one of those people that changed jobs during the pandemic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And yeah, so I was actually a nanny for a doctor family, believe it or not. And I was there, I worked with them for 7 years. And then it just came at, like, I guess, the right moment, right time type of thing, where, you feel like you needed like a change in your life. And then an opportunity presented itself, and it literally fell in my lap with this new job. And, I'm so grateful for it. And I actually switched from becoming a nanny to a delivery driver, which actually, I absolutely love it. I mean, I don't know whether it's the extra exercise I get, or just being by myself, after working with kids for so long. I get to listen to whatever songs I want.
Oh, yes.
And just being alone in my truck, just driving along, and just that freedom, just that sense of freedom. And just, I don't know, it's liberating really for me, because just, and I like to tell people that I get paid to work out at the gym, because I've definitely gotten in shape the past year and a half. So
Wow, that's
but and
amazing.
then doing that also while I was pregnant too. And so that's it was a lot of work, but I'm proud of myself. I'm glad that I did it. And I was able to still, I only work on the weekends now, because I am a stay-at-home mom, a full-time mom, part-time delivery driver, hopefully full-time writer someday, but but yeah, just trying to keep it all together, life's balance, it's just that teeter-totter aspect, just trying to make sure everything is in balance. And it's really, it is hard.
Yeah,
it is hard most days. And just trying to allow yourself just to take a deep breath every once in a while is helpful, even if you just take that moment, just every once in a while throughout the day, you find yourself just filled with anxiety, just sit down, take a deep breath, and hopefully things will get better.
oh my goodness.
So
I don't think I can remember a time in my life that was filled with so much anxiety, apart from maybe coming up to exams at the end of school or university or something like that. Okay. But for me, it was an anxious time, 2 years of just uncertainty and worry and not knowing what was going on, or and what was going to happen. And I tend to think of myself as somebody who has quite a wide perspective, but it was very difficult because I felt that my perspective shrank, and became very introspective, I would say, during the lockdowns, because well, we kind of had to. We didn't really have any other choice, being stuck in our houses and, homeschooling, and there was a lot of time to evaluate our own lives and our own existence. Was it a similar type of experience for you?
It was for the first half. I would say the first year of the pandemic, it was mentally, it was debilitating. And, with being, I would still be going to work every day, but I'd be going to work to someone else's house with someone else's kids, plus my own, with my oldest at the time, she would come with me to work. So I could actually spend time, with her too, which is, it was a good thing. But it just got to a point where it was too much. And, so I mean, in that aspect, for the first half, it was mentally debilitating. And I actually, being in therapy for a few years now, it's definitely helped. And I was recently in a DBT group, which it stands for dialectical behavioral therapy.
Ooh, tell me about it.
And and I'm just going to read this off here because I wrote it down
Okay.
to make sure I say it correctly. It's to teach people how to live in the moment, develop healthy ways to cope with stress, regulate their emotions, and improve their relationships with others. And really, it's to build a life worth living.
Oh,
And it's being in that class for this past year. I mean, it's taught me so much. I've learned a lot, and it's helped me to gain that confidence in myself, to even just to say no, because I'd say yes all the time. And and that's not good for you. It's like, you got to make sure you fill your cup first, right? Always make sure your cup is full. and before you help others. So yeah, I mean, it's I'm not ashamed of it, therapy. I mean, just seeking out this, asking for help, in itself is a huge thing, just, so I mean, I have three mental health disorders. So with having that, class, and then my therapist just helping me and getting me through, especially with this tough time too. I mean, it's definitely been worth it. So,
Oh, you know what? I'm
so
so I've got tingles hearing about you talk about that, because I'm so delighted to hear that you've done something positive and that you're having such a positive impact from it. And yeah, really, like, genuinely, I'm really impressed with that. And I think a lot of people have found their own method of coping in a time of such change. For me, it's been breathing techniques, and I joke about it. I'm kind of like, I have a strict routine, and if I don't stick to it, then it's not it's not cool. But it's true. Like, I have to get up quite early, do my breathing, do some meditation, and then take a certain set of vitamins. And I'm quite strict with the kind of food and drink that I take into my bodies. And it's hard work keeping
yes.
a healthy level of mental health. But I suppose what I'm saying is that I'm really happy that you found something that works, but also that you've got a really responsible attitude towards taking really good care of yourself.
Yes, and it's I work hard at it every day, and I know some days are better than others. We all have our bad days, and the goal is to have more good days than bad days.
Yeah.
So, but that is the ultimate goal, is to just have more of those good days, that that way you can enjoy life more, and just being able to just breathe easier, and being there for your family and your friends, and them seeing you happy. I mean, that's it's good.
Now, so far it sounds like you're a pandemic winner. Okay, so you've got not only a really good method of coping with mental health, but you had a baby and changed jobs. But it's not the only news, is it? Because you mentioned writing. So come on, spill the beans.
I will be having my next poetry book released in hopefully in May for Mental Health Awareness Month, because this book is entirely focused on mental health, and sensing a theme here.
Oh.
And but yeah, so it's basically the last 2 years of the pandemic, all the poems that I wrote during the whole pandemic.
Wow.
All put together in one book.
This is incredible. Like, I have so many questions, and the first one is, how did you find
time? Yes, how do I find time? With well, the saying, it takes a village, right?
Yeah.
And I have a wonderful husband who is a hands-on dad, father, husband, and he does a lot. He works full time as well, and he goes and does his job every day, and comes home, and he's still, he's like, just tell me what I need to do, just tell me what needs to be done, and I'll do it. And he's been so supportive, just even through my own struggles, especially not even, just like the whole time we've been together, he's always been the supportive one, the strong one, someone I can lean on, depend on, rely on. And I just, like, I feel so lucky to have found him, because he's he's truly a great guy.
Oh, do you know, I can feel it. That's so beautiful. Oh.
I don't get all snappy over here.
I know, but I think it's allowed. It's a lovely thing to to feel that love and appreciation. My husband is the same. He's a rock. He's a very, you know, I'm probably the bonkers one in the relationship, but he's very constant and straight and calm. And
Yes.
yeah, and it's just amazing to have that steadiness right next to you.
Oh, for sure.
It's
Yeah.
20 years, I think. It is 20 years exactly that we've been together. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be 12 this fall for us that we've been together. Married for 9, but been together for 12.
Oh yeah. Well,
So he's
we were only married like I think 15 years because he took ages. I always wind him up about this. And he was like, well, I wasn't sure.
Oh no.
we joke a lot, I think. Okay. So what's your book called?
The title is going to be called Seasons of Change, because talking in terms of mental health, you can have different kinds of feelings throughout the year. And, and I wrote a lot of like my feelings, I express so much feelings. I am the kind of person who wears her heart on her sleeve. So I have always, been that emotional, expressive, person that I will tell you how I feel. And, my poetry and just speaking from my heart and telling my truth. And, it has just resonated with a lot of people. And, and I really do hope that I can, help, a lot of people with this book, because, that's really my lifelong goal in life, is just to help people, just to help bring the others, that joy and comfort in knowing that they're not alone. We can get through this together. And, we're mental health, or at least I'm a mental health warrior. So spreading that awareness and, being that mental health advocate for others. And, just, and I really truly mean it when I say I am always here, to help. And just, it's always been me though. Even when I was a kid, I was always help others, just those kind gestures, giving a smile, goes a long way. Holding a door open for someone, that's just, you never know what the other person is going through.
Absolutely.
And it's also why I spread positivity every day. Every single day I post a positive quote on Twitter every single day, because even if it reaches one person, I hope I can help make their day just a little bit brighter.
Oh, I'm fuzzies again. You're so lovely. But listen, I hope you're gonna share some of your poetry, one of your poems. What have you? Would you like to?
What was that?
Would you like to share some of your poetry?
I would like to read one that I had specifically thought about, that I would like to read. And I am part in the book, but I write in like notebooks.
I love it.
And so I pick out certain notebooks that, that I just, relate to like my personality or things that I like. So this one is, I like the show Friends. So
I did recognize the reference. Excellent.
Yeah. So huge Friends fan. And this poem in here, it's that I chosen to read. It is called In My Own Time. And I'll say, let me know when you're ready.
I'm all ears.
Okay. Take a deep breath. Some days I feel cocooned in an isolation of darkness, not realizing while being stuck in this chrysalis, a change was happening inside. I feel like I could fly more than anything as I break free from the shadows that are looming overhead. The heavenly spring air lifts my senses as I get ready to take flight. I may end up taking the long way, but I will soar in my own time.
Oh, wow. Hearing you read that was just beautiful. Thank you. I know
Thank you.
you shared it with me before, so I did get a sneak preview, but just amazing to hear you read it. Thank you. And I really love the butterfly metaphor that you've chosen to use there. Why did you go down that route?
I think it's just because I can relate so much to the butterfly, the caterpillar changing into a butterfly, changing into something beautiful, just by, just struggling with my own self for as long as I can remember. And, just having these, especially within this past year, and just working on me and, feeling that change inside of me and feeling that confidence enough to grow into this beautiful person that I've become. And, and that was sharing with the rest of the world that, if I can do it, I know you can too.
Oh,
so
that's perfect. It really speaks of a metamorphosis, doesn't it? A journey, a process. And that's exactly what you have described happening to you. So it's wonderful. And okay, so this is in your new book.
Yep.
How many poems are in there altogether?
Oh my goodness. There's quite a few. It is definitely enough for a full book. I apologize. I don't even know the exact number.
Don't worry. I can get the impression though that you've been a poet machine.
I know it's over 100 for sure.
My goodness. Oh, okay. And how are we able to get a copy of this? Because without a doubt, I would like to purchase one.
Excellent. I appreciate your support. Thank you. And it is going to be, I'm going to have it published through Amazon. So it will be available on Amazon. The hope also is to put it on my Etsy shop, which I also have, that I have put poems available for purchase on my Etsy shop as well. And so I'm hoping that I can put either a digital form too, or physical copies, that if people wanted an autographed copy, I can send it to to people and let them be able to have that option if they wish. And so
perfect. Okay, in that case, I would like an autographed copy and I will buy it through Etsy. That sounds like a good plan. Is it okay to pop those links down in the description and in the pinned comment so that people can get a copy? And also,
for sure.
And then when it's out in May, what I'd like to do, if you're happy with this, is to pump it through Twitter. If we could organize some kind of promotion campaign and then really get it out there, that I think that it really deserves to be spread far and wide.
Oh my gosh, I'm speechless. Really, you gave me chills this time.
Oh,
I never, you dream about this happening, right? You dream about something like this happening to you, and then when it finally happens, I'm getting all wishy-washy again.
But do you know what? This didn't just happen to you. You made it happen, and that's amazing.
Yeah, I like I said, I never really thought, just by me doing my own thing and just spreading that positivity, spreading that awareness, and I'm truly grateful, and I appreciate your support and your help in getting this book out too, and I'm just so thankful.
Well, I'm really impressed. And also off camera, maybe I can chat to you about our online writers community, because I'm aware that you'll know some of the other videos in this series probably, but I make lots of videos, and I'll tell you about it in a minute. But basically, it's an online writers platform where people come together as a community and share their work, and there's lots of support and wonderful things happening. And we've even got a party coming up on the 21st, Monday night.
Oh, nice.
It would be 2:00 your time on Monday, and we basically just hang out and read poetry. So yeah, because it's World Poetry Day on Monday. So
Wow.
I'll tell you more when we're off camera, because I'm always harping on about it. So
Yeah.
but okay, so I'm very, very grateful for you making time in your day. We spoke before camera saying that you've got this quiet, peaceful day yourself. So thank you for sharing some of it with us. That's been a really wonderful experience. I'm delighted to have met you. I feel very, very lucky to have heard your amazing story. And thank you ever so much. And I can't wait until your book comes out. So thank you. Thank you again. I'm very grateful.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's truly been an honor. And I love this time that we've spent together, and just getting to chat with someone and like this. And it's truly been fun.
Yeah, for me too. I've really enjoyed it. And you are our first overseas guest as well. So
oh wow, a lot of firsts.
Oh my
wow,
goodness.
that's awesome.
I could listen to your beautiful voice all day. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so there is just enough time for me to ask you to like, subscribe, and pop the alert bell notification on so that you never miss an episode. And don't forget, if you like this channel, don't tell me, tell your friends. I'll see you next time.